Welcome to John Pro Diamonds Radio.
I'm just swimming through these oceans live. I'm just swimming through these oceans like
Hey, I'm just swimming through these oceans live. 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 I'm just swimming through these oceans ride. My flow is ocean, let it ride. You see it, man, I see I'm broken deep inside. My life is better, but I bet I fuck it up. The thoughts I have as I get lost up in this bottle. Drop it, then I'm drowning in the ocean full of sorrows. Trapped inside my head, who gives a fuck what comes tomorrow? I don't. Feel like I'm running at a standstill. The music nice and all, but will it make me whole? No telling if I reach the heights of Kendrick Cole. So insecure, I tell myself to play my role. Loving me for me is really getting harder. From the depths, I find myself in ocean waters. I shine the rest and make an empire like Cookie. And pray to God these niggas never overlook me. Y'all music pussy and I'm about to fuck the game. I drop my seed and let it grow for what remains. It's yin and yang as I extract what's in my mental. Who would've thought I'd make a living off this pencil? To be honest, this is all I really know. Ocean waters crashing down as I let go. I'm just swimming through these oceans live. 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 Keep swimming. Swimming, 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 swimming. Keep swimming. Swimming, swimming, swimming. Now let it ride. Let it ride, let it ride, let it ride. Yo, I said what I said. It's your boy John for Diamonds. We're gonna get this party started, alright? Let's jump on to the next one.
yeah.
Hey,
Doing this shit for the
if
family.
you at home, light up, spark up, drink up, anything. We gonna turn up the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Doing this shit for the family and fighting my demons
like Hercules.
Niggas ain't give me no option, I'm about to be popping like
Overseas.
started as low as the bottom, but promise you that it didn't
Work for me.
work for me. That it didn't work for me. Yeah, doing this shit for the family and fighting my demons like
Hercules.
niggas ain't give me no option, I'm about to be popping like
Overseas.
started as low as the bottom, but promise you that it didn't work for me. Yeah, hey, work for me. That it didn't work for me. Work like blood saying tears on the shirt. I over keep trying me and hurt to finally see all my worth. They tell me to drip, then I drown in designer. I doubt that I'm part of this earth. Was granulated, my granny was praying. I watch as I take him to church. As young as a kid, probably laying dead. I was holding that piece and I jammed it. Used to live with it again and it's bandit. Now I go with the flow, never planned it. I plan to be great and that's whether the wise, yeah, I'm wise, getting money and branded. Yeah, my life, know you can't understand it. Documented, I'm bringing the cams in. Some say different, close your mouth, just listen. Pay attention, soon enough you gon' see. Okay, some say different, close your mouth, just listen. Pay attention, soon enough you gon' see. Yeah, yeah, doing this shit for the family and fighting my demons like
Hercules.
yeah, niggas ain't give me no option, I'm about to be popping like
Overseas.
started as low as the bottom, but promise you that it didn't work for me. Work for me, that it didn't work for me. Doing this shit for the family and fighting my demons like
Hercules.
niggas ain't give me no option, I'm about to be popping like
Overseas.
started as low as the bottom, but promise you
That it didn't work for me.
I said work for me, that it didn't work for me one time. Work for me, that it didn't work for me. Work for me, that it didn't work for me.
Started as low as the bottom, but promise you that it didn't work for me.
Yeah, hey, work for me, that it didn't work for me. What? Work for me, that it didn't work for me. Work for me, that it didn't work for me. Started as low as the bottom, but promise you that it didn't work for me. Yeah, work for me, that it didn't work for me, alright? Once again, this is I Said What I Said. We on some old law shit tonight though, you know the fucking vibes. Let's get into the last one. It's your boy Young Breathe a Lot. I am immune compromised. Let's get it. Yeah. Okay. Look, I ran out of words to say. I'm usually calm, I'm usually cool, but yeah, I got time today. Yeah, switch. I'm done with the past and shit. I've been on my grind, I'm on my own wave, and I ain't got time for it. Let's go. I'm doing my thing.
Please just leave me alone.
I'm doing my thing.
Please just leave me alone. Yeah.
Goddamn, I'm doing my thing.
Please just leave me alone.
Okay, I'm doing my thing.
Please just leave me alone.
I said right back in this bitch like, yo, what's happening? Picking up this mic, wait. You ain't passionate, spend my days alone, cool. I ain't mad at it, all these thoughts I go through. Make a classic with, wait. I used to want love, I love me alone. I wanna be king, the love of the throne. I'd rather get high and ride while I'm blown. I don't give a damn, I feel what I feel. You hate that I'm rock, too much being real. They wait till you eat to ask for a meal. I ran out of words to say. I'm usually calm, I'm usually cool, but yeah, I got time today. Yeah, switch. I'm done with the past and shit. I've been on my grind, I'm on my own wave, and I ain't got time for it. Let's go! I'm doing my thing.
Please just leave me alone.
What? I'm doing my thing.
Please just leave me alone.
Okay, goddamn, I'm doing my thing.
Please just leave me alone.
What? I'm doing my thing.
Please just leave me alone.
I said right back in this bitch like, yo, what's happening? Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. My name is Jarfro Damas, and I hope you guys enjoy. I said what I said.
So it's not ASMR.
It could
What does
be.
that sound? What does that stand for?
Audio something
Audio something.
reaction or something.
Reaction. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I should talk about
Wait. Okay. Pause. How are you?
Nikki. How are you? Is this on? Is this on? Okay, just making sure because last time I was yelling at myself. So, how am I?
Yeah.
I'm filled with black rage. You know, if like they should totally make a like Dragon Ball Z cartoon, but like with black people. So instead of like
Angry.
Super Saiyan, you're like, oh, black rage. I think this is a reason. Is this not I think it's reasonable, but how have I been?
How have you been? How was your week, friend?
2 clinks to the glass.
I'm done.
The week has
Clink,
been,
clink,
I
bitch.
don't. It's like being good but trash at the same time.
that's
So
real.
it's not horrible, but it's also like I don't feel liberated. I do not feel. I mean, I had like a little vacation.
Yes.
Still depressed.
Oh.
How do you cure? How do you cure?
I'm so dead.
Cure. Is that the word? Cure? Cure?
Cure?
Cure. Thank you. How do you cure depression? Like, I don't know. Like, I felt it was a great time. It was like beautiful experience, but I do not feel.
You don't feel better.
Yeah, I'm not in. And I told you this. I'm not in a space to like. Just like go out and like. Here's my stance.
Right.
Like I'm still in a space. These lights are killing me. Like. The sun. I'm still in a space where it's just kind of. I'm still kind of like bleh.
That's real.
People are like, "How are you?" I'm like, "Eh." What's happening? Eh. How do you feel?
My answer is always we out here. Like, I'm just like,
We out here.
We out here, man.
No, we are, but I mean, to what extent? I don't want to. Do we want to be out here?
That's real.
I'm like, because
Do
at
we?
this moment, I don't feel like I want to be out. We out here.
Yeah, we out here.
No,
you know,
no.
it might not be a celebratory we out here. It might be a obligatory. Well, we out here.
I'm like totally waiting for
What are you waiting for? Oh my god.
the camera. This is so. Actually,
You're like
so
going
Ja-
at like
Well,
2 times speed.
Yeah,
like-
can I say like actually? Thanks, Jasper. This light's really nice.
Is it?
No, it is. Well, we have to wait
Oh,
for.
I can't see.
Well, we have to wait for your camera to like. But it looks really good. Look.
Listen, if that camera never turns on, I will have no qualms whatsoever.
Shayla's like, let me just say my piece and
I'm
talk
having a
and
bad
say
hair
what I
day,
wanna say
okay?
and
Let me
do
just
what I
be
wanna
a
do.
disembodied voice in the background.
Yeah, so I mean, I want to ask how your day was, but I don't want it to be in a space where you're not on camera unless you want to go for it.
I mean, it's chill. Real talk. So my birthday was on Tuesday. I'm officially pinky toe in the grave right now. So I'm an old lady.
I cannot. Pinky toe in the grave.
I'm an old lady. I am everyone's grandmother now. So
If you were grandmama, fun as hell. No, literally, Sheila. I literally would have never in 1,000 years, like, in my brain. It sounds horrible. In my brain, I'm still like 19. And in my brain, you're still 19. So I'm like, oh, this is so good, so fun.
Literally in my brain, I'm like, I'm still 24 years old. Like, whatever happens, like, I'm still 24. People have told me, people are like, oh, I thought you were 18, 19, 22. And I'm like, I will never disclose my
Take
age
it,
ever. As long as y'all still think I'm 22 years old, then that will be that.
Well, when I was like 19 and 20 and 21, I got like, people thought I was older because I acted older. I was more mature.
That's real.
I was more mature.
You said I'm a Virgo, and so
Literally, like, how dare you? What are you, 12? Never! No. So, yeah, I used to be sad about that. Like, when people are like, oh, I'm like 20, and they're like, oh, you're 23. And I was like, how dare you?
like I am basking in my youth. Why are you aging me? Oh, am
Exactly. But, I mean, oh, there we go. So.
Just don't slam the glasses.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wait, don't slam them. Why?
Don't slam the glasses because it's loud.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No.
I will.
Up your shirt.
Thank you. I literally. Did you hear that?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
So we're here.
You're doing, your birthday happened.
My birthday happened. My boyfriend came and visited me.
Woo-woo.
My family surprised me.
Yeah, I remember you were like,
literally,
oh, bitch, it's 10:30. Bye.
I
It's
was
time to go.
I was dead. Like literally, I had a whole face mask on. I was chilling. Listen. Listen.
I'm listening.
Okay.
I got
My
you.
boyfriend had just left. I hadn't even cleaned up my apartment yet. Like I still had condom wrappers all over the floors and shit, bro.
Can I get a high five?
And my mom's gonna call me like, what's the code? And I was like, what are you talking about?
Girl,
She was
why
like,
are
the
you-
code to your gate. And I literally like my life flashed before my eyes. I was like, what the fuck?
What? Okay.
I had to hide all the alcohol. I had to.
What would your
I
mom
was running
say?
around
I do
trying
that
to pick
too.
up the condom wrappers.
I can't say that I don't. No, but what I'm saying is like, what would your mom say? Like, what would that?
Oh my god. I mean, well, so the thing is that it was my mom, my dad, my brother, my little sister,
Why?
who already thinks I'm a psychotic slut, okay?
Oh, that's so nice.
She thinks I'm crazy and she thinks I'm a thought, which I can't
You know,
argue.
hey, you know,
I can't argue.
So here's the thing. My mom, I think, like recognizes those things about me, but she can't pinpoint
Right, she's like,
a connection, and that's the difference. Yeah, she's like, I know you're a horrible person, and I'm like, but do you though?
but where do you have the receipts?
But compared to my said sister, she's kind of the crazy. So I mean, I'm okay with like alcohol being out, but like condom wrappers.
Dude, okay, so the whole
Dude,
alcohol thing, like my
oh
parents.
my god.
So, not to get into the shit.
Not to get
but
swims with
during
Joe.
like my last semester of my undergrad, I started drinking a lot, and I was like way fucking out there because I was extremely unhappy. And then
Which is a lot of us, to
Right.
be honest.
so the whole summer after my undergrad and a few months after that, like I was like fucked up, like obliterated all the time. And my parents were very, very afraid because my mom has a sister who's an alcoholic and my dad has a brother who's an alcoholic. And there was one night in particular where my friends literally like throw up in my hair, on my shirt, all over the place, had to carry me into
Oh
my
my
parents' house,
goodness.
and I'm fucked up.
So it's the worst.
So
Why?
for me, I'm like, I gotta hide the alcohol because I
'Cause
don't
then
want
they
them to
start-
think that
they're
I'm
like, oh, we got you.
exactly.
Shayla, we need to talk to you.
Literally, yes.
No.
Yes.
Well, I can actually say the same. So, I come from a very, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, sheltered family. So, like, when I got into college, I will say drug-free 2020.
Girl, bye.
Girl, bye. No, but what I will say is like my drinking, I was a rager. Like, but here's the thing: I'm so dedicated to school that I would literally like show up
Be
like,
hungover, fucked up,
dude,
in
I
class.
would sleep. Like, I literally would pass out. Like, and they'd be like. I had a professor tell me, he's like, well, what's wrong? I'm like, I went to bed really late. And he's like, well, you need to go to bed at 10:30. And I was like, excuse you?
You're
But
like,
I
"Oh,
realized,
my
crazy
parent?"
thing, mid-sophomore year, I realized, like, my body can't handle. Like, I was just like, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. Like, I obviously need to take a step back, right? Which I did. I mean, I still partied, but not to the extent of, like, a freshman. Like, I literally,
I'm dead.
it was like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like, I would go out every day and
Oh my
just,
God.
yeah, and I would go to class and people would be like,
How did you afford that?
how did I afford what? Like,
Partying.
oh, well, I'm a lady. They didn't care. Like,
Oh.
what? That's the thing.
So welcome
College-
to ugly culture where you have to buy your own drinks,
Oh,
okay?
no, I don't understand it. Like, well, here's the thing is, I think, like, in college culture, especially, like, a white dominant culture, you know, white dudes love me.
I'm so dead.
They
Listen,
love...
take what you can get from them.
Hello, Chad.
Use it.
No, and that was the thing. So this makes sense. You're like, how can you afford...
Yeah.
It just was like one of those things. Like, I
Yeah,
remember
dude.
a guy. So side story. No, relatable. I remember like dealing with a guy. We were friends, actually.
It was a situation.
I shouldn't. No, it wasn't. I shouldn't even say that. We were legit friends. But I remember him getting mad because we went to a house party in a neighborhood that, like, it was a senior. Like, the people there were senior.
Wait, pause. Where did you go to college?
UNM.
Okay.
So, but we went to a house party, and, like, it was a lot of people I knew from high school, right? But obviously,
So you were all Miss Popular and whatever.
people was afraid of me, but it's all good. No, but like being in that space, like guys, like are to me the like mindset is like, oh, let's get you drunk,
because they're fucking animals.
yeah, but not knowing that I am 5'11", a strong bitch. They were like, drink, and I was with this guy.
He said, I'll swing on you, motherfucker.
What's good, boo? So I just picture myself as like, Friday after next, like how they're like, Dede, she fucking up your car. That's how I picture myself. So I was like outside.
I can't.
He was pissed. No, he was pissed because we walked in and like obviously as a lady.
He said, I'm a lady.
I can't. Hey, Dennis, she out there fucking up your car. But anyway, like, they were giving us drinks, right? Like, the guys were like, hey, drink, blah, blah, blah. And this guy was so pissed. He was like, well, I don't get no drink, blah, blah. I'm like, you're older than me, so, like, buy a drink, boo. Like, and he didn't want to do that. And what ended up happening, funny shit. So he had a Mustang, right? If you're out there listening to this, Miles. I recall this evening, and I'll never forget it. So we were
Called out.
He was pissed. He was like, well, I don't get this, that, blah, 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 this, that, and the third, and whatever. And I literally was like, dude, like, it's not, like, what do you want me to do? You're not getting a drink. Like, what? And he literally was like, I'm going to leave. We're leaving you. Because he had a friend with him. But I'm like, the joke's on you, bitch, because I, like, know everybody here.
True.
High school, fuck all y'all. And literally, he was, like, calling me and my friend bitches and hoes. And I swear to God, I just, like, swung my hand. This is why you should not get a Mustang.
I'm dead.
I literally swung my hand and just bought the top. Shayla, stop.
I felt it.
I bought the top of his Mustang and it, like, dented in, right? And I kicked the front of it. And I was like, fuck you, bitch. I'll get home, this, that. But that's just in the sense of, like, I think it's just like a mill. It's a weird culture.
I mean, right? I'm just like, if you're a man and like the biggest thing you have to complain about is that you have to pay to get into the club or you have to pay for drinks, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Well, am I extra when people are like, we're charging a $20 cover fee? I'm like, how dare you?
I'm like, bitch, I'm a lady.
So,
you're not charging me shit.
I'm going home.
Listen, let us have this, man. Shit.
Exactly. Because I've been in spaces.
We don't have nothing else. At least let us have fucking free cover to the club, bro.
Please. Okay. So now that that's done, I mean, I don't know if you have anything to say about that.
No, I'm chilling.
I'm like, I feel like I'm slowly starting to come.
The woosah.
Heat levels they were here, now they're here.
They're slowly decreasing.
So let's talk about what?
Listen, I just want to say.
There's some hoes in this house.
I know I've been drinking, and I really, I want to keep it family friendly, and I don't.
I'm like, well, we need to
I'm dead. I know, right? Cut all that shit.
The last 20 minutes.
I don't want to sit up in here and just be talking about my pussy, but when Cardi B said, "Wop wop wop," bro, like she spoke to me.
You were like,
I was like. That's exactly what
she
it's
actually
like,
caught me at the beginning when she said, "There's some hoes in this." I literally was like, "That's my calling, bitch. Where we going?" Like,
he said, "It's me. I'm here. I'm in the house."
Okay, so first of all, there's like a multitude of things that I would like to discuss here.
There's so much going on.
But let's start with
men are trash.
No. Let's leave that for the end. Let's
start with white women are trash.
Thank you. Let's get through this like really basic conversation of why is a raisin, i.e. Kylie Jenner.
I just also feel like it's so much like
why
it's way more.
Didn't you get shot?
Literally over this woman, right? Like it's way more complex. Like if it would have been any other white woman, that would have been a whole other situation. But the fact that it was this woman,
so why do you think
that Megan got shot over?
Why? Because I'm just not... Sorry, this legit smelled like... Okay, have you ever had that cereal? This is a side note. Have you ever had that cereal? It's like a yellow square and it has like... what's it called? It has like...
Pops? Oh man, with the rabbit? Tricks are for kids?
Close, but like not that version.
Like
So
the Walmart version?
Yes, and it's like in a bag and it has those
I've
yellow
never had
squares.
it.
Dude, this...
Does it smell like
Oh
that?
my god, I'm tripping the fuck out. This is like childhood. Okay, anyway.
She went a few years
White women, why?
into the
why?
past.
Why? No, I did. I smelt it and I was like, oh my
had,
god,
like,
Dad, stop!
So you had a That's So Raven moment.
I was
where you were
struggling.
just
Did you see my eyes? I was like, okay. But no, okay, so these
white women.
and specifically...
And I just think also, again, like the fact that it's Kylie Jenner, right? Like the fact that it's a woman who has gone out of her way and spent how much money to replicate what black women look like and is part of a family that is like collecting black children. Like they're all out here trying to have a whole bunch of black fucking babies. Like,
So
I just feel like Kylie Jenner, like of all the white girls you could have picked, Kylie Jenner was a poor choice.
That's why I think I'm like irritated because like...
Also, they could have just not had a white girl at all.
But that's my thing is like Cardi B and Meg, they like promote this ideology of blackness, right? Mm-hmm. I'm confused.
Also, when you think about like every other woman that was in the video had just like 2-second snippets, but
Why?
Kylie had a whole
You
like
could have had-
walking down the hallway and shit.
Bitch,
Like why?
You could have had Normani.
You could have had Normani.
She is a poppin' ass bitch. Why? Why, Kylie? Why?
I would have even taken Rosalia, and she's still technically white to me. So
And she be having some problems.
Yes.
Like she best friends with Kylie. Like honestly, I just want fucking answers. Can we have answers? Because I can't deal with black people talking about black power,
I
black
feel like
pride, and then incorporating white people.
Centering
problematic white people.
But I think it's very much
Karen.
always like a cash grab, right? Like Kylie Jenner. Like, of course, people are going to want to see the video if Kylie Jenner's in it. Because people, for whatever ungodly reason, love her.
Like a step.
Like
I'm telling you.
Like you can quote unquote break the internet if Kylie Jenner is in it.
Okay, first of all, this is how bitches get into fights. Because I seen a post that was like, everybody's mad. Kylie Jenner will always be this, that, and I'm just first of all, can we pull up the screenshots of her from 3 years ago?
Right,
I'm
like,
not
can
about
we look
it.
at her real fucking face and her real body.
Thank you. I am not about it. And like honestly, you can have money.
And I get it because I know that Cardi B's body is also not natural, not homegrown. But I don't know. That's a whole other thing for me to get into about like black women having to conform to beauty standards that are specifically set on black women, right? Like having a tiny waist and a huge fat ass. That's not something that people are expecting of white women or non-black women. So it's like black women have to have that shit. So when it's a non-black woman who went out of her way to have that shit, it's like, oh my God, like what an anomaly.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Why is it like attractive? So here's my problem.
Because I hate black girls.
Thank you. There's a lot of problematic behavior going on here. So I seen people commenting like, oh, sorry, mosquito bites. I seen a lot of people commenting saying like, this is appropriate, blah, 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 blah. I get why. But we see black women hypersexualized, right? And over-sexualized and fetishized, and then they're thrown out, right? They're not... So
they're the women that you fuck on your way to finding the woman that you want to marry.
So I had a whole post about this, and everybody was mad, and you could stay mad. It was the same thing. It was like this space of having sex, black men specifically, right? Mm-hmm. Black men having sex with black women, but because it is this like lust, right? But then you marry Becky, Karen, Susan,
right?
Like,
or a really, really light-skinned black girl.
So you're trash as fuck if you feel like you're valid in having sex with black women and having maybe hypersexualized conversations and experiences with black women, but they're not worthy enough for you to marry. Fuck out of here. Fuck.
It's
outta
always
here.
like there's a stipulation, right? Like for them to marry a black woman, she has to be A, B, C, or D, right? Like,
But the first time we say we don't like the disrespect, you hate black
listen.
men,
The
it's a
first
problem.
time we
I
say we
can't.
want a tall man, oh my God, how fucking dare you?
And
The first time we say we want a man who
Look,
has a fucking job.
So in
The
my
first
brain-
time we say we want a man who's gonna fucking treat us for our birthday.
So you know what I think in my brain? I'm just gonna like walk around and tell men, "What's up, shawty?"
What that mouth do?
This is goals. Literally, like, this is what we should do because I've been in this space consistently. And even as a lighter complected black woman, I don't know how many times I see black men who talk to me, whatever, we have our interactions, and then I turn around without even letting me, the respect. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Without even letting me know, like, honestly, like, being respectful, you have a fucking girlfriend. Fuck you. Fuck the space you operate in. You must hate yourself and you must hate your mom and your aunt. And if you have a black daughter, you hate her too. Like, because I've been in so many spaces with black men who are, oh, I'm so bad at blah, 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 blah. And literally, I open social media and it's like, oh, love of my life. I've been seeing for
And it's some white girl.
Bruh, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Okay, so now that we picked the raisins out of the potato salad.
Basically, I just want to say,
Stop ruining
I
good
just want
things.
to, yes, I love WAP. It really
What?
speaks to
That's
me
a whole-
in my life, dude. Like,
No, same.
I was listening to that shit and I was like, yes,
Okay.
I
Did
do.
your eyes-
I do want. I as well would like a Mack truck to park in this small garage.
Okay, so here's the funny thing. No, because I agree. So here's the funny shit. I totally was so into this song. Like, I loved it, but I also heard it before I seen the video.
Oh,
So, fuck
Same,
the video.
same.
And the
Same,
video
same,
was
same.
lit until I seen
yeah, the video was hella
said
lit,
non-dime piece.
basically.
So, but, okay, so what I want to
Even though, like, even Megan, like,
dude, that's
being like,
scary.
I
Did
know,
you hear that?
yes,
That was like,
it's a door.
who's trying to get in here?
Hey, friend.
Ah!
Hey. That's
Yeah.
what's up. Hey, I'm dead. We're all
We're
like,
in
hey.
Nirvana. Just so you know.
But even Megan, I'm dead. Even Megan being on live talking about, oh yeah, Kylie looks great. She got the booty sticking out, and I'm like,
it was just basic. To me, it was, the video was popping. I literally was like, there's some hoes. I was lit.
I think all of the other girls should have had way more camera time. Suki Hana, Mulatto,
Why?
Rosalia, Normani, they all should have had way more
Well,
camera time.
She's walking into what? I wish she would have. I would have been more attracted
What-
to
what'd she
this
say?
video if she plunged.
Rise and shine.
Rise and shine. First of all, stop rising, stop shining. No, thank you. But if we switch gears, let's talk about how people are like, oh, let's talk about the backlash, right? Everyone's like, oh my God, this is so problematic. Oh my God.
And it's
kids,
always
blah,
men,
blah,
dude.
blah.
It's always men who like will shame you for not being sexual.
But they'll
In
also
real life,
shame you for
in
being
real
sexual.
life, in real life, they'll be like, "Oh, like you're not my type because of fucking whatever," right? But then they'll see this music video and be like, "Oh, that's nasty, blah blah blah. I don't want a girl like that." It's like, well, what the fuck do you want?
Okay, make up your mind, sir.
Do you just
But
want a
also-
flashlight? Like, what the fuck do you want?
Probably.
Yes.
There's no human interaction, so
Basically.
that makes sense. But also, like, if we look at the dynamic between men and women, right? We're always put in a structured space where we cannot express
Yeah.
ourselves sexually. right?
Basically.
So, like, I was hearing all this dumb shit, and I'm just like, what killed me is, like, people are, like, educating your children. I'm like, it is not Meg the motherfucking Stallion.
Exactly.
And it's not Cardi B's ass.
Cardi B has to worry about her own child. She doesn't have to worry about fucking everybody else's child.
But here's the thing too, is like, okay, side note, I taught dance for a while. And there's a hair here that is like, I can't, dude. Okay. So people being in the classrooms that I was in, people would be like, how are you teaching dance classes and like thoughty music? I'm like, obviously as a fucking adult I can distinguish between if someone's like, you dumbass bitch in a song, I'm not like, oh, I'm a dumbass bitch. But as far as kids go, I can acknowledge that that's not the correlation, right? So being in my space and me being responsible for them, I'm not having 10-year-olds twerk.
I just feel like also no tea, no shade. Like when I was a child, like, well, I don't know, maybe I can't.
No, I was, what did I, oh my God.
When I was a child, it was like, INDEPENDENT.
No, so can I tell you what I got beat for multiple times? Because I sang, how does it go? I'll lick you like a lollipop. I got beat but that's the thing. And I also used to, dude, in my room, like flat chest, like in shorts, like, it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
That's real. I don't know, dude. When I was a kid, I was still listening to fucking NSYNC and shit, dude.
Here's the thing, though, is like, literally, here's the thing. How is it my fault as a kid?
But also, I think, I don't know, and I just feel like in 2020, like, the way that things are currently being set up right now, like, you have the due diligence as a parent to talk to your kids about this shit.
So if you're not talking to your kids
like,
about
if
sex,
you still
then
think that sex
shut
is
the
something
fuck
that
up.
is like taboo that they don't need to be told about, then that's low-key you doing a disservice to your child.
So I can say, like, as a kid, that was like the worst. Like, I could probably murder someone and my dad would be like, baby girl. But sex is unheard of. Like, this ideology of sex. And it's kind of crazy because I kind of had this view of sex like, excuse me. When you have sex, you become this impure person.
Right.
And that's because my family was religious. So it's like, I was in a space where I was like, on top of, like, honestly, it was a competition between me and my sister, my older sister.
I'm so done.
So, like, yeah, guys would hit me, but I was like, watch out, bitch. But also, but also, like, not wanting to be in a space where that is, right? It's a disappointment.
Right.
We also subject ourselves to, like, pleasure that's not pleasure.
Yes.
With your whack dick.
Yes. Yes.
Do better.
Yes.
Please.
I think that's also like a thing that is expected is for us to just be happy with like weak ass strokes and shit. Like literally, my dad's cousin's daughter had a baby when she was like 15 and shit, right? Me, you know, like I was a decent child, okay, when I was in high school. Clearly,
sorry, I don't know why.
I know, right? Like you knew me. No, but I don't have a child yet, right? But it was weird because like this girl who's like my second cousin, like she was 15, she had a baby, and my dad would still be like, well, you know, he already beat me in having a grandchild and I'm still waiting for a grandchild. And I'm like, exactly, if I would have been a teen mom, they would have dragged me for it. So.
And then they would have been like, well, I'm a granddad before you, sir.
It's like, fucking wild. It's fucking wild. So
I want women, girls, I want you to do what the fuck you want to do. Period, point blank. Safe sex is the best sex, but what I'm saying, we're not in a space where that's happening.
Safe sex where both parties are consenting, and both parties are like actually enjoying it. I know that men think that it's just them sticking their dick in something until they come, and that's all that sex is. But also, the other person also would like to come. Just something to think about. Just something to think about. Can you make them come? If not, hit up self-serve, bro. check out them workshops, bro. Like,
People are about to
be mad. Be mad.
so mad. No, because I agree. I think eat your fruit.
Eat your motherfucking fruits, bro.
I feel like if I would have had a conversation, I feel like in a sense I was so afraid. Like I was like, sir, no, stop it.
Don't touch me.
Stop it. And I think I was so afraid, and I kind of like idolized virginity in a specific space, right? And that's because my family was like, you're such a good person. But honestly,
Don't stop being a good person, Nikki.
Exactly. There is no value in placement in sexual experiences or identity in the sense of like being a better person or being the best person. Like literally,
being a good person.
Legit, live your best life.
Live your best life, bro.
Eat your fruits.
Eat your fruits.
Consent.
Consent.
And honestly, like
Listen, no means no, but also
yes.
if
yes.
it's not a yes, if it's a okay, that's not a
I
yes,
guess.
bro.
Or wait. No, but that's the thing too.
Or if it's a yes and then it turns into a no.
Why do we even?
Stop.
Here's my problem. Why do we even have to explain these things?
Dude,
You're
it's
not
fucking
dumb
wild.
as fuck.
But
like,
also that's the thing, though, Nikki. They are.
they're dumb as fuck. But so,
They are dumb as
no.
fuck.
Well, when I think about this, I think about cases and spaces. I've been in cases and spaces. Look at me, Dr. Seuss. Bitches, Dr. Seuss. Okay, no, I'm not. But I think about being in a space where I've like kissed people.
I know it's loud. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. So I think about being in spaces where I've like kissed people when I didn't want to, where people have touched me when I didn't want to. And these are like not the worst individuals. These are not individuals who like impose themselves
Right.
on you. These are individuals who you know, right?
Who like have been indoctrinated with this idea that like as men they have to make the first move and
Oh, that's
whatever
what she
they
wants.
do, yeah, whatever they do is exactly what you want. Hella entitled,
Entitlement.
right? They think that they deserve the shit, and I get it.
Let me tell you a story. So it's really quick because you know, men, you're quick.
Fucking motherfuckers.
So it was a New Year's Eve party, right? This guy invited me over to his roommate, their house. I don't fucking
Damn,
care.
dude, that already sounds fucked up.
Thank you. So I was at his house, whatever, blah, 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 killing the game, you know, snatch, because it was New Year's Eve, and I'm not the type of person and this wasn't that long ago. This is like maybe 2.5 years ago, 2, maybe 3 years ago.
Oh, shit.
And I went, and right, you know how they do the countdown?
Yeah.
And like the guy who invited me there was like, okay, can I kiss you like when the ball drops? And I'm like, corny, but no. And literally when they got down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, he literally pulled me and I was so traumatized. I'm literally like,
Because you literally fucking said no.
no. And here's the thing. I literally was like, wait, like I said what I said,
When
right?
the show is over, I need you to show me who this
I will.
motherfucker is. Okay?
Actually, you know what's so crazy? I will not say it on here. You know who you are.
You know who the fuck you are.
They're-
Apologize.
They're actually fans of the show.
Of course, bitch. If you fucking listen to this fucking shit, and you know that you have done things and caused harm to women, eat literal shit.
We're
okay,
not fans.
eat shit or apologize,
Oh, dude,
and that's
I'm
on period.
waiting. Okay, because you know I have so many notes having to do.
I will literally fight all of these men.
Oh, please, tag team.
I will literally
Okay.
fucking fight all of these men.
So let's talk about Breonna motherfucking Taylor.
Let's talk.
Why? So we've seen protest evolve and create like so much buzz around George Floyd, which it should happen.
Yes,
right?
and not
Absolutely.
to like jump back into the past, but we also
on.
saw a whole Juneteenth weekend where everyone only had
George Floyd.
you know, moments of silence for George Floyd. Yeah, we saw all of that.
Probably
We saw
not a good
that.
idea.
It might not be.
But
We've been drinking.
I've been drinking. Okay, but no, irrelevant. I mean, this is irrelevant.
Right.
What I'm talking about is, why are we still in a state for...
Bro, I saw this thing talking about they was gonna make a documentary about her life or whatever.
What? She's...
Like, no tea, no shade, but this is the thing though,
No,
right?
lots
This
of
is
shade
this is the
and
thing.
lots of bitch-ass
True.
tea.
All tea, all shade. The thing about black people who are murdered by the police is that they are literally just regular ass fucking black people.
This is not...
They're not
the
celebrities.
president's
They're not
right-hand man.
fucking, you know, they're not people that you make documentaries about. They're fucking regular ass people who are being murdered in the streets and never see justice.
So George Floyd is in a space where he is receiving... Please open this. I don't want to slam it. Receiving some type... Shayla, stop. Some type of justice. But I'm also in a space where I don't understand, like, this is 140, I believe, 40-something days past the first week is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of, like I said, it's a vent episode for me. I'm irritated. I'm bugged. I'm tired of saying Breonna Taylor. The reason why I have to say Breonna Taylor because no one gives a fuck. Like,
I'm like Breonna Taylor and Tony McDade. Like,
thank you. And even aside from them, there's so many
other trans black women who have been murdered and will never see justice. And in my mind, like, I don't know that they ever will.
Dude, my eyes.
I don't know that they ever will.
So mad.
Literally, I had told you this a few weeks ago. A woman that I knew from one of my prior jobs had been murdered.
Yes, you told me.
Her body was, and I don't want to get emotional about it, but her body was left in the fucking Heights, right? And it was like weeks, right? Like, they just had her funeral, and just now barely APD is going to do an investigation about it.
Why are women...
And she's not even black, bro. Like,
Why?
so I just feel like women on the street, like, women who aren't on the street,
There's no safe...
women on the street,
Yeah.
sex workers, trans people, they will never receive justice. Period.
So-
Because people don't fucking care.
Exactly. So when are we gonna burn this bitch down?
I'm ready.
Because honestly, George Floyd, yes, absolutely, people should have been angered, but at the same time, I see a multitude of black women and black trans women, and like you said, outside of black women, women in general, who are in spaces who do not, missing and murdered Indigenous women, right? Like,
Right.
I seen a thing.
No one hears about it and no one gives a fuck.
And that's the thing. I shared this thing where it was like Jeffrey Epstein did not want. Thank you. I roll all the way to the back.
All the way to the back.
But he did not want black women, and this is the first time in my life I said hallelujah.
I know, right? For when someone doesn't want to traumatize black women.
Exactly. Because we look at the cases of R. Kelly, right? This
Another
man,
motherfucker.
Dude, within experiencing R. Kelly's terror, right? Because I grew up in the age where I can understand but not completely understand, right? So I watched Dave Chappelle. I seen these types
Right.
of
You
things.
look at Dave Chappelle, you look at the Boondocks
Yeah,
where
and
they
it
make
was
jokes
it
about the
was a
shit.
joke.
They make jokes about young
Exactly.
girls being assaulted
and the fact
and being traumatized.
So I think about this in the sense that so many of these women came forward to express their stories, right? And say, hey, but I think about also everybody who is still kept in that space, right? And the fact, like, I'm just so blown away and traumatized by the fact that people didn't care because it was black girls and black women.
Yep.
And it's just like he moved, right? He
No,
moved
I mean,
from an age
imagine if it would have been a little white girl.
that's what I say. He moved from an age. I swear to God, I'm about to cut my. Okay, so he moved from an age of children, right? And he realized in spaces he cannot occupy in that same sense. And if he did, he had to occupy at 17, 18 instead of 12,
Right.
13, 14.
I mean,
And,
bro,
dude.
he married Aaliyah
Oh, okay. So first of all,
when she was 15 years old.
They have a child. You know that, right? Is this Dun, dun, dun. Do you
This
know
is
that
like breaking
Did you know
news.
that they have a
No.
child?
No.
So Aaliyah and R. Kelly. Please tell me if I'm wrong.
This is like stressing me out.
I've like dealt with this shit for the longest in the sense of like knowing that Aaliyah and R. Kelly had a child. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they do. But even in the sense he falsified documents to marry a child.
Fucking bastard,
And if you
dude.
watch the R. Kelly documentary, there are individuals who saw him having sex with Aaliyah
And
when he
didn't
was
do
12,
shit
13.
about it.
So I'm like ready to just like we're done. Wow, hey, there's some like I'm so over it, and I just want to express
But
that
it's
like
scary, dude.
well, black men need to step up. This is some bullshit.
Like, how do you see this person who you're working with or this person who you're friends with and they're fucking a whole ass fucking 12-year-old
Because
and you
it-
don't say shit, dude?
That's that's my thing. So like when you watch the documentary, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, like we bought flights, we did blah blah blah. No, you're guilty by association.
Yes,
You need
because
to have
if you
some type
knew
of
and you didn't
consequence.
do anything, like, fuck you.
Okay, I literally have no clue how we sidetrack. It's not a sidetrack. It's very fucking important.
It is very important
But-
because it's happening to black girls regularly, and this is what we
All
talked about,
around
right?
the
About little
world.
black girls being in their house wearing fucking regular ass clothes
And
as children do, and an adult will be like, "Oh, you
need to
can't
go-
wear that."
You need to go put some
Like,
a
are
t-shirt.
you kidding
in.
me?
And it's
A
like
fucking
so
child.
you have friends who hypersexualize children, especially black girls. What is not, and I've been in a space where I'm wearing like capris. You know,
Capris, bro.
90s wearing capris and a
Capris?
spaghetti strap, like no boobs because I didn't get boobs.
Like
until-
literally regular clothing.
Yes. And the fact that I even have to justify that. But
Exactly, because you don't, because
and
it's
expli-
capris and a tank top,
literally,
dude.
my stepdad telling me like, "Oh, you need to put something else on," and it's like, so wait, am I wrong or is your
The fucking grown-ass
friend
adult.
wrong? Yeah, so it's super problematic, and I'm just in a space of like we talked about black race. Like I'm
Yes, dude.
so enraged and I'm so angry and I'm so just fucking sick of like. But if we, so this brings me to my next segue. Trash. I'm so sick of being a black woman and being put in spaces of anger. My anger is not valid in spaces. So, right, you talk about whiteness, right, and white women, right? White women can literally get people fucking arrested and murdered. But if I'm angry, I have a problem. What's my problem, bitch? What is it?
Can I tell you a story?
Please,
Can I
'cause
tell you a
I'm about
story?
to...
I'm about to go into some El Paso shit again. But so
Let 'em know.
so damn, dude, I'm like,
So many people
am
first of all-
am I fucked up enough to name names?
Name names. No, seriously. Call me. What I will say is so many people related to your punk scene
Thanks, y'all.
because they're trash.
Thanks, y'all.
But yes, everyone's like, Nikki, you know, I'm like, I'm not from, I can't tell you. No. Let me get El Paso. Not
But
really my
also,
thing.
like, that's why we're here, right? Different perspectives of shit.
No,
but
call them out. Literally, Miles, you a bitch ass.
Okay,
That's the
so
only one I named, I guess.
I just want to say to a man by the name of Gabriel,
What's his last name? Please tell me.
I'll give his last.
We gotta lie.
I know, right? I'll give his last initial, Gabriel S. You know
Sanchez?
who you are. No,
Santos.
y'all gonna be guessing all fucking night.
Stop just say it. What is it?
Gabriel Solis.
So we come for you, bitch.
Okay,
go ahead.
so Gabriel, I mean, like in Instagram world, we are still cool, but Gabriel is someone.
We coming for you, bitch.
Gabriel is someone who, you know what I mean, will like throw the rock and then hide his hand. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what happened?
So we were at a party.
blacked
We
out.
were at a party, and I was already
done.
fucked up. I was already drunk as shit, right? And this dude comes out onto the porch and is like, now mind you, in this party there was only one white person there.
Okay, is this Gabriel?
No, it's some girl.
Okay.
Some guy brought his white ass girlfriend. So he was like, you know,
Stop doing that.
stop bringing your white girlfriends. But so he was like, oh, this girl in the kitchen, you know, I really want to talk to her because she's saying some fucked up stuff. And I'm like, what is she saying? And
Like,
what is it?
Tell me,
What's
tell me,
happening?
tell me.
And he's like, oh, she's making jokes about African people. Now, again, mind
Sorry,
you,
I slammed it.
mind
If
you,
that was rough.
I'm fucking drunk. Okay. He threw the rock. He fucking threw that rock, bro.
And then said,
so
"I
then
don't-
he said, I
how
don't know shit.
dare you."
I don't know what's going on.
What are you
So
talking about?
I walked in the house and I walked up to that girl and I said, hey, girl, what's up? I use my inside voice, right? I said, hey, girl, what's up? And she, you know, we all talking. I was like, what's your name? I don't even remember her fucking name. But she told me her name and I was like, word, that's what's up. I'm Shayla. So I just want to talk to you because I heard you was making jokes about African kids. Like, what's the joke? Because I love jokes and I love to laugh.
Let's laugh together.
And she immediately, very serious. She was very, very serious. And then her man came and was like, what's going on? And I was like, I'm talking to her.
No one talks to
I
you,
just want to
bruh.
know. I just want to know what the joke was that she was telling because I love jokes.
Let's laugh.
I want to laugh with you. Next thing you know, it's a whole ass fucking showdown in the goddamn kitchen of this fucking birthday party,
Come
bro.
on. I'm here for
And
it,
I'm
girl.
like, girl, you still haven't said what the joke was. Why are you being so defensive when you haven't even told me what you said? And she's like, it's a joke. My grandmother's Mexican, blah, blah, blah.
No
girl,
one said
she fucking
this
said that
and
shit.
that.
I was like, just tell me what the
Oh
fuck
my
you said, though. Period. And meanwhile, Gabriel was off in the back, like, just looking over people's shoulders, like,
what's happening?
and I'm like,
How
what the
did-
fuck?
How did
And
we
so
get
next
here?
thing I know, right, this girl is all in her fucking feelings. People are acting like I fucking beat her
Oh my
ass.
God,
when
what?
all I did was
Stop,
ask her what
Shayla,
she said.
stop.
Literally, like, stop. People
Fuck outta
standing
here.
in between us like I was punching her and shit. And I was like, this is wild. The only white girl in the house, girl. So her and her man left or whatever. Next thing I know, the girl whose birthday party was, her and her man got into an argument and their relationship was on the line because I had addressed the fucked up white girl.
What does this
Now,
have
can
to
you believe
do?
this shit?
What?
Like, I still, real talk, I still don't know what the joke was, right? But I was put into a place where I was upset and I was angry at this white girl because of something
the
that she
fact-
said, and I still don't know what she said.
Well, the fact that he came to you and was like, "Let me,"
Came and sat in
They're-
front of me in the porch, bro. Like,
Wait,
she
Shiva,
said some
they're
stuff in
talking
there.
about African people. Cause I'd be like, skirt,
Knowing
skirt. Bitch, where are we going?
that I was no. Okay, so Gabriel is Mexican.
What's his last name again?
Solis.
Solis, Gabriel. Solis.
I'm dead. My boyfriend gonna start texting me like, Shayla, stop.
Stop. I'm coming for you. Because that's a bitch ass move. And not
And
only
it was
that,
a bitch ass move.
You're putting
and I'm
black
still
women.
literally, dude, literally,
The labor,
like I
the
lost
labor.
friendships over that incident
Okay.
because he came to me like, oh, this white girl is acting out.
So first of all, the labor. I'm in a space. I'll tell you this week. I can tell you multiple times. Like I can't even count on double my hands. So 10. Double that is 20. Just for
We
y'all
said
who can't-
Schoolhouse Rock.
Thank you. Like I can't count how many times people they put me in a space to do the labor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in a space where I'm like, bitch, do it your fucking self.
Do your
because
fucking self.
You know what
Why
happens?
do I need? If you're my fucking friend, you should tell her that what she's
Bitch,
saying is
what are you
fucked up.
ta-
Why do I have to come in the house
that's
for?
The thing.
Why do I have to be the bad guy?
Period.
And they don't. That's the problem. Is they don't respect black women in. We're disposable, right? So whatever type of violence happens
Yes.
outside of that and around that, like that's cool, right? And obviously we are not okay with that because when we
'Cause it's
walk,
happening to
and
us.
that's my space. I'm tired of Karens being able to say, "Hello, operator. Yeah, black man's attacking me. Oh, I'm choking my dog. Please help me." But when black women say, "Don't disrespect me," we're put in
Then
this
all of a
space.
sudden it's a fight and we're aggressive and we're mean and we're bitches and we're assholes and whatever the fuck.
So hold on, let me cancel this. I'm about to end shit on accident. But let me say, like, I'm in a space in my life, like, come for me, bitch. Come for
Listen.
me, bitch. Dude,
Fight
like
with
I
me if
told
you
this-
want to, bitch. I
so,
have a fucking machete. Fight with me if you fucking want to.
I'm not the motherfucking one. So there's this girl. There's this old, I guess not older. I think all white women are old. My bad. But there was this post. This woman posted Mary L. Wackash Trump's book, right? Which is Donald Trump's
Niece, right?
Yeah, and so I'm just like, they all motherfucking racist, right? And there was this white woman on there. I'm like, they were like, oh, well, what have you seen that's like racist? And I'm like, do the work, do the work, do the work.
You said Google is free.
Google. And so this other bitch came on and was like, that's not how a debate works. And I'm like,
This
bitch.
isn't a debate.
And so what turned
This
out,
ain't fucking debate class.
you,
This ain't
do
fucking Lizzie McGuire debate episode. Like,
so what ended up,
to be honest, this ain't a goddamn mock trial.
why
Thank
you lying to? So what ended up happening is I was in the wrong in the sense of, I mean, she could totally be racist. We don't know at this moment.
True, we don't fucking know
But
her.
I thought they were talking
Like,
about
yes,
his
drag
mom.
your uncle, but we don't fucking know her.
Drag, which you should be doing. We shouldn't be. Actually, can I just say, stop applauding. Stop literally catering to white people who are being decent human beings. That's normalcy. If
That's
you
the
care
fucking,
about-
the lowest bar.
when white people are like, I denounce racism, everyone's like, I'm like,
We stand, oh my God. But it's like also,
shut the fuck up.
you should. Yeah.
Thank you.
You should be
are,
like a
as
good
de-
ass fucking person.
As a decent human being, like
Like,
this-
we're not even asking you to recycle and shit. We're just asking you to fucking denounce racism.
I cannot, in the words of Jasper, save the turtles. But anyway, so we had this conversation, right? And there's this white woman on there, and I don't know how many times I have to tell her, bitch. She said that's not how a debate works. I said, Google. And it's so funny because they like...
Why do white people love to debate, though?
Because they like to
Because it's not their lives?
Can I say...
Because it doesn't affect them.
Basically.
You know how my debate goes? White people are like, well, actually, and I'm just like...
You're like, these hands?
No, I literally, where's my pocket knife? What did you say, Karen? So what I realized is that I was wrong in the sense of I thought it was a different family member writing this book. But it's so funny because this white woman's like, yes, so yeah, she's not racist. And I said, no.
Also, as a white person, you cannot determine whether or not another white person is
So
racist.
stop. The same thing as allies. Like, you can't come to me and be like, oh, this person's an ally. I'll test that out for my own.
And you also cannot accept a white person's apology for being racist.
Should the
It didn't
fuck
hurt you. It didn't affect you. It wasn't against you. So you can't be like, oh, but they apologized.
Can I always resort to, there's some hoes in this?
I'm so dead.
So, no, she expected an apology. And I said, oh, yes, my bad. I was so wrong about the family member. But also, Catherine,
Catherine.
I don't give a shit. And it's not my job to do the work for you. Do it yourself, bitch. Do it your fucking self. And, like, everyone was like, she would have said sorry. What's happening? And I'm like, so the lady, the woman whose original post it was, she was like, I'm so sorry, blah, blah. And I just said, you know what? At the end of the day, like, girl, talk to your friends. Because this is a you problem.
Collect your people. Collect them. Gather
Becky,
them.
Grab Karen, grab Nicole, group them up.
Meredith.
Tell them, hey, bitch,
Susan.
Meredith.
At your next book club meeting, y'all better be talking.
Truly. Listen, they need to be doing the fucking Oprah's fucking book club, okay? Listen, okay?
I am
Read the
so-
fucking Bluest Eye and then come talk to us.
So I don't want to ever hear with white women, while black women in this space, how, because if you really felt how angry I was,
But also, bitch, I'm gonna be fucking angry
I am. But
if I fucking want to.
don't ever come at me talking about, oh, well, you're so mad. Well, why don't you talk about your sister, your wife, your daughter, how angry them bitches are for no fucking reason.
Exactly. We have every right and reason to be fucking angry. You can eat that shit.
How many times? That's your nasty ass.
Unlimited.
That is your nasty ass casserole. Stop. I told you we're taking the motherfucking raisins out.
Goodbye.
So, I just want to throw my phone at this moment, but I will not because let's talk about bitch ass Amber.
Wait, who is Amber? Who is
So,
this? Tell
who
me about Amber.
Dang. She shot, I cannot, for whatever reason, my brain is not. But she shot the black man who,
I'm gonna look up this girl.
Please, because I feel like I need to say his name for sure. She's a white woman who shot the black man in his apartment.
Oh my
Amber
gosh.
Geiger,
Yeah.
what's his name?
Amber, but his name is,
Which is more important.
it was like a French name.
Are you going to hate me for telling you? Please look it up.
No. I'm gonna look this shit up.
So,
Botham John.
yes.
Both of them Jean.
Jean.
Jean?
Jean. Both of them
Jean?
Jean.
Correct us if we're wrong.
No, it's Jean.
I'm usually wrong.
I'm thinking of Roots.
BOTHAM,
While my family roots.
and then the last name is JEAN.
Both of them
I'm
Jean.
drunk. Yeah, Jean. So both of them Jean.
So, this
Wait, what the fuck happened?
dumb bitch.
This is
Okay.
another thing about
So I
white
feel
women,
like
dude.
Can we solve all these problems with a schoolyard fight? Because I would win. So she's appealing her charges. She's not okay with her charges, right? Which is less than, thank you, which is,
Okay with it, okay. Why are you not
bitch, you killed an innocent person.
You broke into someone's apartment and shot them.
So she said her charges are not fair.
Like, if this was fucking Law and Order, bitch, you'd be locked up.
Dude,
like
my jaw
Look,
clenches.
it has to be on your ass.
come
Thank
on,
you,
bro.
like, bitch,
bring,
you
bring,
alive,
bro. Where's
motherfucker.
Olivia, bro? Where's Ice T, bro? Like,
Oh, she alive! It's a motherfucking lie, but she's pissed in the space and she's not happy. Like,
And who gives a fuck?
Thank you. Bye, bitch. Why is she even able to make an appeal? Fuck this bitch. She got less than an individual who literally stole yard clippers.
also, I also feel like, and I've been seeing a lot of like statistics on colorism too about like how light skinned women like serve lesser sentences than dark skinned women. And it's just like, this is like the peak of the fucking mountain, right? Like a white woman who can literally break into someone's house and murder them
And
gets to appeal her case. Like,
so she's not happy. What I think. Thank you.
people are writing articles about how she's not happy. Imagine how many people who are locked up right now aren't fucking happy.
So
like,
we talk about there's one case I just recently seen. He's a decorated army veteran. Yes. And he literally had less than, I can't even recall how much, less than a normal amount to be even convicted of something. And he's literally about to serve life in bitch ass prison. So,
and it's also like all these people who be like, I support the troops, and then this shit happens. Like, what is the fucking truth, bro? Like, pick a side. Whatever side you pick, like, just pick that shit, okay? Because I personally, like, as a child of two people who retired from the fucking army, I do
We're not about it.
like, I don't support the military. I just don't think it's good. I think it is a tool of fucking imperialism. And knowing that my parents were brought in under like their like, are you good?
sorry, I'm so...
You're good.
No, I'm laughing. It's just
But
squishy.
my parents were brought in under their way of like tricking people of color, like young people of color, into being into the military and like sacrificing their fucking lives and their bodies
Only
and their mental health and shit
Come back to what?
to fucking nothing. To fucking nothing. To fucking lawsuits and people trying to fucking stop their fucking their, oh God, what is it called? Disability payment, right?
So,
Like, my dad had to get a whole ass lawyer, even though he had
To-
fucking PTSD, because they were like, oh, well, that and your sleep apnea, like, we think that you had that before you came in.
If you correlate that, thank you, bitch, bye. If you correlate that to the homeless population, but also,
Bro, look at how many homeless people are veterans.
but also if you,
Because they literally get you
The VA doesn't give a shit about them.
and then afterwards
You're just
No
done.
one gives
You're
a
done.
fuck.
The VA does not give a fuck about them.
so also when you
No.
correlate that, when you correlate individuals who are veterans to the police department and correlate in the sense that they have not been given the accurate help and medical care that
Exactly.
they need.
Exactly.
So that's a huge part of, you have individuals who are, and I'm not defending the police department at all. What I'm saying is you're hiring individuals who are not able
To
be
handle
in
people with
spaces
PTSD.
they can't exactly. So in their brains, they're not handling individuals who are walking out of a store who look like a quote unquote problem.
Right.
Which is also fucking problematic. So you're hiring individuals who have no reasonable and accurate
Individuals
healthcare.
who just become cops so that they can like
But-
drive through red lights and shit and give people tickets and strong arm people. That's why. Okay, people who are becoming cops because they got bullied in high school or whatever the fuck. Like,
Okay, stop. Like, literally,
I'm gonna make the rules now.
You told me I was Chad the man. Well, now I'm Chad the police officer. Shut the hell up. Like, I literally cannot. And here's the thing. So, we've talked about this. My sister is a state police officer. And she-
Tragically.
First, thank you. I don't agree. But also, like, my sister knows that I will not. I support her as a individual.
Right.
I know she's an amazing person.
But
I
blue
know-
lives don't matter because ain't such a
Thank
fucking thing as blue
you,
lives.
bitch.
Y'all don't get me
and
on
she
here
know-
drunk,
And
like-
she know- so she, and that's the thing. I've told her countless times, girl, if you find yourself in this situation, you better be the first bitch to snitch, because I promise you, you gonna hate me much. I'm gonna be like, that bitch right there. They're gonna be like, isn't that your sister? Nah, I don't know her bitch ass. You better arrest her. She a human. She kills people for no motherfucking reason. And that's the thing. Like, we're in spaces. My sister's from the military, and there's this ideology of brotherhood, right? So I just
Allegedly.
thank you. So
While
I
they're out here killing and mutilating black women.
So I did
So-
like a trash ass interview. I guess I probably
Are we
should-
talking about
I
this?
probably shouldn't say trash, but I did an interview with Wall Street, right? Is it journal, newspaper? Who knows?
It's a journal. It's a journal.
So, and, you know, he was kind of shook. He's like, oh, his sister's like, and I'm like, yeah, she is a police officer. But this does not deter me.
Exactly.
If my sister wants to be in a space where she connects and she protects people who brutalize and murder and kill people and take privilege over their power, right? Then, girl, we ain't sisters.
And that's my
I'm
period.
sorry. And that is what it is. And it's just like...
And people should be more willing to have those conversations with their family members. I have those conversations with my parents all of the time, and they get mad at me for it, but I'm still like,
no, I'm the same.
I said what I
told her.
fucking said.
I literally have told her, I'm like, I love you. I know she knows what's going on in the world, right? And I tell her all the time, like, being a police officer, there is a brotherhood offered in this. And I tell her, you better be on the right side, bitch, because I promise you,
When the revolution comes,
Bruh,
bitch,
I am not vouching. I'm not going to be like,
we go stomp over
my
that ass.
sister. I'm gonna be like, kill her. We gotta rid people out. And that's the thing. No, we've been in this questioning, right? But I'm like, this is what you have to do. Like,
Basically.
honestly, we cannot be in a space where you are like, oh, I'm cool with this or I'm cool with that. No. What is, to me, my people, where I come from, my culture, my identity is everything. And if I'm going to die
In
for
history, dude,
anything,
yeah.
it is going to be for the cause and for my people. My sister can have whatever job she wants, but at the end of the day, boo, if you're not willing to say, hey,
When the
this shit-
time comes, you're going to have to pick a side.
and right now, girl,
Like, get your check if that's what you have to do, but when
Yes.
the time comes, you're going to have to figure that shit out.
do it, beat, bop, boop, do what you gotta do. And she knows that because I've told her. I'm like, dude, even when she was in the military, I used to hate, she like Snapchat me, right? And there'd be like white people.
Of course.
Or Mexican people in the back, like, and I'm like, oh, hold up. No, she used to
God.
hate me. Because I would be like,
what did they say?
Turn the music down. Look here, Chad. This ain't it. I'm sorry.
You said, put me on the Bluetooth,
And
put me
that-
on the speaker.
Well, that's why she would never, right? Because I'd be like, sir,
You said,
sir,
hello?
no. And my sister would be like, well, I know them. And I say, I don't care. What is that? Oh, that was racist. Should I care? Oh, no.
Eat a dick.
Racist. Let's beat that ass. And
Okay, we got like 5 minutes, friend.
this was a thin session. Hold on, there's one more specific.
That we can get to in 5 minutes?
Focus. Let's literally talk about the fact that, okay, I don't really want to hear anything about anyone's opinion because black children are being brutalized.
Friend, you know we cannot
Right.
talk about this in 5 minutes.
We can't, but I mean, I'm just saying.
But I think it's something definitely for people to do homework on and to think about the fact that a black woman and children were pulled out of a car, had guns pointed at them, and were handcuffed over a motorcycle in a different state.
Okay, so also you heard about Georgia, right? Thank you.
Make it make sense.
So you heard about Georgia as
No,
well,
what happened in
right?
Georgia?
So they literally shot at a group of kids from 9 to 16.
Babies.
Wow.
Fucking babies.
Can I conjure up? Like, this is when I would need white people magic, right? Now, right? You know how the devil comes up out the ground and
I was about to
this
say,
is-
do white people have magic?
No, they don't. They steal it.
They
So you're
do.
right. Let's talk about cultural exchange in the sense of black people.
White
and black
people be
magic
like,
and voodoo.
oh yeah, we the witches that you didn't burn, or whatever the fuck that the white people say. Like, listen,
So you were not a witch.
everything y'all learned was from
Can I
fucking
say-
a black woman or a brown woman.
Can I say
okay,
you were not a witch?
never ever.
You were a Klansman. And we tried to burn you, but you're a really white supremacist.
White
son.
people think they be knowing about plants and shit. Like,
Nope, stop. You almost died when you got here multiple times. A lot of you did die. It's the same thing with.
and then ate each other.
Come on. People showed you mercy and tried to
Literally.
tried to pull you into a space that
And
would
y'all
help
were
you.
motherfuckers and decided to just eat your maids or whatever the fuck. Like,
So I guess my final words are
homework.
oh yeah, okay.
Google is free.
Do the work.
Do the work.
Research these
Listen,
cases.
research these cases, bro. Like, you could literally, I mean, so the thing that I was talking about was in Colorado. Thing you're talking about is in Georgia, you said.
The same.
Google
Okay,
it.
can I be so angry to say they offered an apology?
If it's not in the form of dollars,
Where I don't give a. What was that? What? You're not racist?
I didn't fucking hear it.
Where's my bitch ass check? What was that? Even with the check.
Cut the check.
Like dead ass, even with the check, I'd still be like, fuck this department. So,
Oh, then yeah, fuck this apartment, but also run me my money.
dude, I can't.
You can't traumatize 6-year-olds and 12-year-olds and 17-year-olds and
And
shit.
be like, oh, my
and be
bad.
like, oh my bad, but my mistake. I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, no.
This is how you get beat the fuck up. All I can say is, once again, my slogan. I should run for office. I think I do.
Nikki Archuleta 2020.
I do great. I'd be like, there's some hoes in this. And then I would also sideline be like,
This ad was
Look.
paid for by Nikki Archuleta.
it's like it's like, what is it? Like,
the fine print.
subliminal. Yes.
Yes.
It's like, we removed the raisins from the potato salad.
Goodbye.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. And we said what we said.
Where did he go? Oh my God.
He left.
I have
Nah,
to pee so bad.
we're piecing out of here.
There's some
So
hoes in this. I'm so hyped. I feel like I need to hear this song now.
listen to it. Listen to it. Also, I just want to say like that and Beyonce and Kelly Rowland in Black is King. Wait, bringing back the updos and the beehives. Yes,
Thank
let's
you.
do
You're
it.
welcome.
Let's do it. We bringing
know-
back updos, y'all. okay, we're leaving.
One
We're
people
leaving.
are trash.
Okay, bye.
Jasper, is your back broken? You right?